dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I definitely encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. Alrighty, guys, so let's go ahead and let's get started. So Aries. Ooh, how can I put it this way? For you guys this week, it was more, the energy that I was picking up more is more, I want to say more focused, more determined when it comes to your own personal goals. So now I'm not, when I'm saying that, and I'm sorry guys, somebody was obviously on my desk while I was away this weekend. I had to see which of the kids, because they were moving stuff around. I know it's one of those things. Everybody loves like this area of the house for some reason. But anyways, I got distracted for like a quick second there. This energy of determination. So there is this kind of being fed up with not seeing things through, or kind of being fed up of like not actually getting things started or leaving things halfway or whatever it may be. And I don't know if it's like the whole New Year resolution for you or whatever it is, however it is that you choose to do that, but there is this sense of like you're showing up no matter what. And or at least you're trying to show up no matter what, because it's almost kind of like an energy of like the past, what you consider, let's put it this way, if you're considering them as failures, when in reality they were just lessons. But it's almost kind of like there's almost like a plaguing or hunting of those past failures or past challenges or lessons that maybe now you're coming to terms into understanding why things had to happen a certain way. But regardless of whatever it is for you personally, because these are general readings, there is a sense of like it's almost kind of okay, it's almost kind of like this chatter, like, oh, you see, you never see anything through. You see, you never get it done. You see, you never finish. You see, you always give up. And it's almost kind of like this repetitive chatter that has been in your mind that you're kind of wanting to be done and over with. So what I do like about this determination energy for you guys is that this is not something that you're doing for someone else. This is not something that you're trying to prove someone wrong or anything like that. This is something that you're doing to prove yourself wrong. And this is something to kind of put to rest. I would say kill and put to rest that inner critic that you have inside of you that is trying to tear you down. Let's put it that way. And the thing is that a lot of people, when faced with an energy like that, right? When you're reminding yourself, or when you're having flashes of the things that you wanted to accomplish and you gave up, it is very common, let's put it this way, for people to just not even want to try. But instead, this is doing for you specifically, Aries, is that it's fueling that passion to, I don't want to say so much the passion, it's fueling the determination, let's put it that way, for you to prove yourself wrong, for you to finally go ahead and see something through. Now, there is an energy of kind of, whatever this is going to, somebody was really on my desk this weekend. But whatever this is going to require some disconnecting or some separating or separation from certain individuals. So this may be not being able to go to every event or every party that you get invited to. This may be having to switch some things around on your schedule. You're being reminded to be flexible when it comes to that. Do not be whatever you're being told at this moment in time that needs to go or needs to be set aside in order for you to take the time to emerge and to really be dedicated in whatever it is that you're determined to see something through, then go ahead and do it. It may be something that you may be able to pick up later, right? If you have to switch, like let's say like your works, not your work schedule, because some of you can't, but like your workout schedule. If you have to switch, like, you know, maybe you go out with friends every second Thursday of the month, and maybe now you have to do it every third Thursday. Like whatever it is, it's like don't make it a bigger deal than what it is. Adjustments are definitely required when it comes to this, because maybe in the past this was what had not allowed you to be successful, where you were very strict and restricted with allowing things to kind of flow and not allowing change within what it is that you already do, right? So there are a lot of people that have issues when it comes to change. Now, not with the idea of change, right? Because anybody can sit here and say, oh, I would love to look this way. I would love to do that. I would love to live like that. I would love to this. But then when faced with the reality, of what that requires to be in that space, they don't follow through, right? And that's when I talk about when we talk about fear of change, right? Because anybody, again, can say from, you know, they can verbally say like, oh yeah, I would love to do that. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, just imagine that, right? So, but the action that go behind it is what allows those individuals to actually live that life, right? So it's almost kind of like for a very long time, you may have kept yourself in a space, right, where you didn't allow yourself to go after it. So the idea of it was beautiful. The idea of it was enticing, was exciting. But when you realize what was required from you at that moment in time, it's almost kind of like fear consumed you at that point. So this time your tactic, when it comes to the situation in general, is a little different. And now this can be in relationship, this can be at work, this can be a hobby or whatever it is. Because again, guys, these are just general messages. So I'm very excited about this deck. It is new to me, but it is not new. So as you guys know, I have this one, right, that I got, these were one of the first decks that I got, right? And these are like the older ones that other family members of mine used to use when I was younger. But this one actually is probably about, and it says like in perfect condition, right? But this one is probably more than like 25 years old. And someone very close to me used to use it. And someone saved it for all this time. And this person, when she knows what I do, obviously, and she's been telling me for a while, she's like, oh my God, I have a deck for you. I have a deck for you that I really need to give you. And I finally got it this weekend. She finally found it. Because I guess she had put it somewhere, and then it was like, then she ended up putting it on somewhere else, because I guess she wanted to keep it safe. But I don't know, I needed to share that little story. So it is a deck that has been in the family for like over 20 years. But it's kind of exciting. Like, they're not bent or anything, because they really, the person that used to use it really didn't shuffle the way that we shuffle, like, you know, separating it. It would just be like a quick, and then pick out whatever comes out, right? Which is kind of like what I do. I always say, like, I suck at shuffling. So let's go ahead and let's get a few cards just to clarify your reading, Aries. So we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. We have the Eight of Coins in the upright with the Eight of Wands, right? So then when we look at the Six of Cups in the reverse, there's definitely this energy of like something not being fulfilling or feeling like there's something missing. Again, guys, I do not read tarot based on what they mean. I have not studied tarot. I just read with whatever comes to me at that moment. So different cards mean different things depending on the reading and the energy that is surrounding it. But there is a sense here of somebody wanting change, finally wanting to work towards that change that they have, and it's almost kind of like you have dreamt of or you have been imagining for yourself, and you're finally allowing yourself that chance to finally go ahead and see something through. Now, all I'm going to tell you, that first step, it's going towards something different or something new, is probably the scariest when it comes to like sensations or emotions or whatever it is. But it's almost like hold on to the excitement of it, and just take the leap and just go for it. Do not allow yourself to freeze up while you're going towards this. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. I wanted to do, now I realize, I'm like, that's probably why it's not coming out, because I usually do the oracles as a closing message. Let's pull out a love energy. So now love energy is, the love energy card does not have to do just with romantic relationships. This can be you know, love between your, like for yourself, love for your passion, for your career, your kids, etc. So that's the love energy that I am picking up. And it's almost kind of like, as I'm going through your reading and I'm seeing that I'm getting highly distracted, and I'm kind of like trying to figure out my way, right? And by no means is it like early in the morning or anything like that. Like, I mean, I've been up for hours, but it's almost kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna, you see like how I realize, oh, that's not how I do it. This is how I do it, right? But I'm not gonna go ahead and, how can I put it like this, get upset with myself. I just be like, oh, wait, let's correct it. And I feel like that is one of the things that you have to do this week, is it's almost kind of like you need to correct your thoughts when you're pursuing something. So we have the snake, which doesn't surprise me. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. So when we look at the snake and we look about, we talk about this energy where you're trying to pursue something that maybe you had given up in the past, right? Or maybe you thought you weren't good enough. This snake is no one other than yourself. This snake is that energy, that little chatter that we were talking about that's inside of you, that tells you that you will never amount to anything. Whether that is echo from other people who have said it or whatever it is, that is your biggest competition this week, silencing and not allowing that energy to take hold. So let's go ahead and let's pull out your closing message, Aries. The Father Sky, trust in the unknown. And trust is going to be a huge, huge, huge one for you this week. Because every time you start something new, and not just you, that's with anybody, right? Anytime you're going to take a leap or you're taking a risk in something that is different, that is unfamiliar, you have to trust that you're being guided the right way. You have to trust that things are going to work out for you and not against you. So this week, just make sure that you're holding your faith. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.